Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name's Alicia, and today I'm here with Chris Spacek of Westside Roofing. Chris, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's been a little while since you've had a blog out there on the website like this with a video, so we just today we want to jump in and talk about ice damming. And there's an important question that I think we have to start this with, and it's just really, what is ice damming on your roof?
Right. So ice damming, classic problem in Northeast Ohio or cold climate zone, which would basically be the north side of Columbus all the way up into Canada and then across the US, kind of in that same horizontal plane. We get a lot of snow here. East side of Cleveland can get up to about 110 inches out in Chardon, 60, 70 inches maybe in the Avon area. But it's a problem every year. We've had the classic Cleveland winter this year, where it's been pretty brutal and cold for a long time. So you get some of the heat during the day with the sun, and there's several inches of snow on the roof. Eventually, that starts to melt. If you have good insulation in the house and it has a nice blanket of snow on the roof, for the longer it's up there, less thawing. Then you'll have not so much ice building up at the gutters. If you don't have a lot of insulation and improper venting, then the snow melts down, hits the cold box of the gutter, which is an aluminum gutter, and then it'll start to freeze up. And then you get a big ice block at the bottom of the roof. So we had a couple weeks there just recently where people were calling like, hey, I need help. We got to get this ice removed. We'll go remove it as a service call. Then we kind of look at their problem to say, hey, do they have proper venting? Do they have proper insulation? And do they have ice guard, which ice guard goes underneath the shingles. It's your base layer for a roof system. And it's by code, you're supposed to have the ice guard.
Okay. So other than, just seeing the ice on our roof, what are some of the other warning signs that people should kind of keep in mind when we are getting these heavy snows and icy weather?
Right. One is icicles by your door. So if you have kids and you're going to take the dog out and things like that, if you got some big icicles, I would recommend you can remove them or have a professional roofing company come out and remove them. If you are having big ice blocks that are on the roof, I would have your local roofer come out and look at it. Hopefully that's Westside Roofing, but it depends how bad the elements are, how cold, and then the thawing. So if we have 40 degrees one day, 20 degrees the next, you're going to start seeing ice build up. And then depending on how the house is designed, if you have a lot of nooks and crannies, valleys, dormers, things where snow can collect when it's blown in, from the weather, then you can get some big, like what we'd call drifting in certain areas of the roof. So,
all right, Chris. Well, my last question for you then is just, what causes ice damming other than just the snow piling up?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, big problem in Northeast Ohio. One of your big culprits are inadequate insulation in the attic. So the insulation recommended is an R39 to R49 in an attic, blown-in insulation, cellulose insulation, or fiberglass. Most homes that we see are around an R19. Okay, they haven't been updated. The house is, 20 plus years old. That is not enough insulation. Canned lighting, that is very widely used now in homes. That can add radiant heat into the attic if they're not encapsulated. And I would say that's probably our biggest culprit, along with soffit venting, and then your exhaust system at the peak of the roof, which would be a ridge vent. Okay, so you want those three components along with ice guard. So we have insulation, primary, ventilation, and then your ice guard.
Okay. Wonderful.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit more about ice damming and the causes. And if you're watching this video right now and you're interested in working with Westside Roofing, you're going to want to get in contact with them. You can give them a call. Make sure you're exploring the rest of the website to learn all about the different services that they offer. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks again, Chris.
Okay, thank you.